Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good day. My name is Jeff, and here I am streaming some iRacing. We're going to be doing some Nurb 24-hour practice, just getting the hosted session up. Hopefully my team comes along. We will see. Some shameless self-promotion in the name. Why not? All right, let's just getting some things knocked off real quick. Discord, check. Music, check. Oh, I'm not talking to the void. I've got my mic on. Hello. My gloves. My fingies are naked. Gloves will matter when we're in the session. Now, am I driving the Porsche? Am I driving the Lambo? Am I driving the Corvette? I think we're doing the Corvette. I think. Oh no, what are we doing? What car are we doing? Matt! Hopefully Misha is on looking at his phone and will answer that ping. Got an opportunity to watch one of our young members from the train club do a presentation today at a school. That went really well. Very happy for him. I was asked to be his mentor and was happy to show up and provide, support for him. I love encouraging the youth to follow things that they enjoy doing. Any day now, guys. Well, chat, what car do you want to see run? That's the real question. My multi-stream chat up here. Because I'm not getting an answer from my team. I'm pretty sure it's the Corvette. But, I don't know. If I had a choice, I'd say the Lambo. Well, if they don't get back to me in 1 minute, we're running with the Lambo. Ooh. When that 3 goes to a 4. All right, well, Lambo. All right, so this is just a practice session. So damage is also off. The race is in 2 weeks. Eeny, meeny, miny, Lambo. That is right. I didn't get an answer back from my team, so I got left on red. So I like the Lambo. It's a mid-engine car. It's got really good sound, I think. The Mustang, actually, the Mustang's exhaust in this game sounds spectacular. Really throaty growl. I love it. The Lambo is got the engine noise is just, it's got a roar to it. Hi, Coda. The Porsche's fun. It's just very bouncy, and it's a rear engine, so all of the weight's in the back, right? And so you really have to like throw it around some of the corners. We ran it in Bathurst, and that was a lot of fun in the mountain section because of the some of the technical turns up there that were high speed. It was cool. We ran the Corvette at Sebring, and that was fun. The Corvette was very smooth. Like everything about it was very smooth. But if you looked at the brakes in the corner, it was gonna flip you around. Mid-engine car. Almost done with this joint. So I went to young Bill's presentation. He did his he built this massive 4x8 diorama, and he did it in sections so he could transport it to the school, which was really cool. It was really well done. I took some pictures of it. I'll share it with you on Saturday. Oh, this is dark. Uh-oh. Oh, man. I guess it's nighttime practice. All right. Setups. My setups. Lambo. Sebring. I need to get the setup real quick. If there is a setup. Hold on. 1 second. GT3, or it's got IMSA, Nurb Endurance, Lambert. Here we go. Where? Oh, there it is. Okay. Nords. It was nicely done, you know. Truth be told, he learned a lot, and that was what was important. Let me get these setups moved over real quick. Is it in documents? iRacing. Yeah, it is in documents. Okay. Setups there. And doing this on another screen, sorry. And then open this in a new tab. Move this over here. These two here. I think that's it. All right. Now I should be able to go and looking for Nords. What? You know what? I think it's NEC, truth be told. Alright, endurance. Alright, this is not the safe setup. I'm like 90% positive that's the right setup. Yeah, it says Nords NEC. I'll take it. Okay. I have a door leaning on a wall I've been eyeing for the last 2 days. The hollow door cores make great foundations for layouts, man. I was impressed with the ingenuity that he had. He had some foresight and some thought that he had put into like where the tracks were going to line up, where everything was connecting, and the whole thing he wasn't able to run across the whole thing. There were some connection issues where the track was kind of, you know, butting up like that on the joints. So yeah, you know, like I said, there was some learning, but he did a really good job on like a desert scape on one of the panels. He did washes and it looked really good. So and he used a wood stain as a wash. I thought that was kind of funny. Well, not funny, but interesting. All right, so let's get the overlays on. Ta-da, ta-da, and itty bitty tiny map. I'm gonna change that real quick. I can do that right now. Just right here in Race Labs. Overlay, there's this layout's right here. This one, let's go to the map. Edit the map. Let's see, I think it's size there. Oh, that's big. Let me shrink the height a little bit. I'm looking at it right here. Alright, and maybe we move it up a little bit more. Try to get it out of the way. There we go. Alright. So this is a third-party program called Race Lab. I pay a subscription for this every month. Does a bunch of stuff, like all of these red dots or days that I've raced. I've kind of taken a break recently. You can see here, you know, I've raced 5 days in the last 2 weeks. So it's and there's some days where it's like right here. I think I had 14 races that day. So my last race, Talladega, didn't do great. Got wrecked out, as happens there. All right, let me go ahead and get this minimized there. Yeah, I'm excited, man. I'm ready. I'm ready for this. And hard S-turn. I still need to learn this GT section of the track. Woo. Gonna be a little difficult to do at night too. I thought I put 8 a.m., but apparently it was 8 p.m. Woo! Stay out of the wall, out of the wall. Good.
No damage. Car looks clean.
Too many beans. Man, I kind of want to turn on the racing line. I know this song. I know this part though. All right, now we're on the main Nordschleife here. I couldn't tell you the name of these sections. There's no damage, by the way. The tires are a little warm. Warm in a bad way. So, like, the core of the rubber, like the center of the tire, it heats up at a different rate than the exterior, right? Like, there's some thermodynamic transfer of heat, you know, as the tire gets warm on the very outside, it goes to the inside. But if the rubber gets too hot, like, it sleuths. Oh, fuck. Fuck. Woo! 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 Yeah, so I could do that too. So anyways, that rubber will just marble off and not give you the traction that you really need. Way up on the curb there. The curbs around here are scary because they're big, and big curbs will send you flying. One of the high-speed sections up to about right here. Oop, way too early braking. Low-speed section. Back on it. Okay, you're supposed to stay on the track. And if you don't, you get punished for it around here, as you'll notice, there are walls everywhere. This is high speed to low speed right here. I think I hit the bricks way too early there. Doing this all from memory. Because I can't see for shit. It's too dark. Little deep there. This is a fun part here. I think they call this the carousel. Ah! I got out way too early. You can carry some pretty good speed through there. Ideally, you want to be in second, and I entered in third, I think. I always get an off track right there. Oh, balls. Woo! Hey, don't do that.
You got that corner?
Oh, I am aware, Jim. Thank you. I'm surprised I didn't pick up damage from that. What? I mean, I say I didn't pick up damage from that. Damage is turned off, so... See, when I touched that curb there, that's where I thought I was. So I got a little disoriented. Ow! I fucking missed that one. And damage is reset. Okay. That would have been race ending. I would have had to tow. Would have had to repair. Don't do that. This is fun. I just flew. Literally just caught air right there. Ah! Ah! Balls! That would have been wheel damage. Yep, that would have been aero damage in the back. I am not good at the Nords at night. And this is a 24-hour race, so it's not like there's going to be any avoiding it. Okay. I'm just going to take a second and collect myself. Am I going the right way here? Okay, now I know where I'm at. That's I don't know what technically that part's called. It's like the mini carousel. And then there's a little bit of this kind of like full turn. And we're back to the high-speed section. $163, 164, 5, 165. We're going uphill. Crest the hill. A little bit. Okay, then to the hairpin. Or not the hairpin, but the chicane. And we go straight. And now we have officially started our first lap around the Nordschleife combined. Hey, Dave. Way too early braking there, but that's a freaking hard one, by it. Yeah, well, this is practice for the 24-hour race at the Nordschleife combined. That's what we're practicing here for. I don't have any track time on this circuit at night, so this is actually a really good... Ah! It was an accident. I meant to set the time for 8 a.m. and here we are. So it was 8 p.m. Appreciate you, Dave. Scrub-a-dub-dub, man. I'll be here doing this for 2 hours or so. That's the second time I've done that on that turn. Oh, balls. Hey, don't do that. Just pro tips. So that's where you transition off of the GT track and onto the actual Nordschleife, or the Nürburgring Nordschleife. I am all over the place. There we go. Oh, yeah, it's the high-speed section. I was like, where am I? Fuck. Arm got thrown there a little bit. That's why you want to let go. Still have my thumb hooked.
They say you cut the cord. You'll have to slow down and give up the time game.
I got someone coming up on me. Panic! He'll probably just flash his lights. I'll get out of his way. Oh my god, where am I going? That could have gone bad, but I guess that was a better way for him to pass than, you know, the alternative. He's probably not too happy that I messed up his time. This lap's not even going to count. I got so many off tracks. God damn it. I might turn on the racing line just to save my ass here. I feel like I'm stumbling around in the dark. Not going to be able to have it during the race, though. And you fight like you train, right? Some people say don't shift to 6th in this section because it's all uphill. Like, it doesn't look it, but this is a pretty gnarly uphill section. Fuck, supposed to hit brakes there. And I just powered through it. Spin! This force feedback is powerful. Dip. I remembered where I was that time. Whew, okay. Now this is the spot where you can like chill out for a second, right? This is where you can look up and read the chat because this is a long straight. Take a drink of water. All right. Fuck me. Oh, man. Ow. I think that chase guy was unhappy about it being nighttime. All right. The goal is to put a time up.
51.704.
That doesn't count. First one. Second one. Fuck. Loss of control. Oh man, where am I going? Alright, I'm gonna turn on the racing line. I need it, guys. I'm just spending so much time off track and in the wall that I'm not benefiting from it. Oh no. Okay. Alright, I know what needs to happen here. I'm gonna start another session. My teammates aren't even online. A little disappointed by that. Alright, so we are going to create a race. Last settings. We are going to... Alright, I wanted 8. 8 a.m. Everyone sees that, right? All right. That's what we wanted. That's where I messed up. Car, no damage. That's what we want. But driving aids, I don't care if you have a driving lane on. All right. Cost me 75 cents. I don't know if I will ever be able to financially recover from this. Now this one, that's not the one we want. But hey, it's advertising by Jeff J Racing. Woo! Welcome to the show. Get some practice in. All right, just talking to the team again. Okay, go away. All right, round 2, daytime. Nighttime. Daytime. Alrighty. Let's get some laps in. Got a good 2 hours. So 9:08 right now. The hosted session's up for 2 hours. My wifey gets off work in an hour and a half. She's being a sweetheart and is picking up dinner tonight. So she's not going to be home until closer to 11. So I will be running this for the next hour and 45 minutes, give or take a little bit. Hi, Coda, did you bring me a sock? Thief! 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 You know what happens to thieves? Thieves get scooped. She doesn't like getting scooped. That's her. She hates it. She is such a comedian, though. She's running around, parading around the socks she found. Little sock goblin. You silly girl. God, I love her. She's a personality, man. So, let's see. This configuration, this is a 16.12 mile long track. Or 25.94 kilometers. This is a big, long track. All right. I have the line on now. Don't judge me. Fuck! Come on, stay out of the... Damn it. Well, team, I am learning some information right now that the McLaren, Lamborghini, and Corvette are not going to be running on the Nurb 24. So, I hope I can do this. Come on. Let's go. Accept. I'm gonna quit. See if I can't rejoin in a Porsche. So withdrawal, close, withdraw, register, push. I don't know if this is gonna break it or not. I've heard you can't really do this. Like once you register with one car in a session, like that's the That's the car. I might have to set up a third session. The price of stupidity. All right, let me see if I can't. Yeah, I think that's not going to let me do that. All right, so let me check the hosted sessions. Let's see. Nurb. Gloves off real quick. Nurb. L clear. There we go. Hello, everyone. Welcome. I know, stimulating and exciting. Endurance. Clown show Nurb's practice. Is there any way I can clone this guy's? Only 7 cars? Like the GT3s. That's not right. Let me go onto the Google. I want to make sure I set this up right. I say Nürburgring. Okay, here we go. All right, so another one. Yeah, again, DJ Khaled, another one. Okay. Gained 3 viewers and lost 3 viewers. 3.0. All right, so BMW, check. Ferrari, check. Ford Mustang, check. Lambo, check. McLaren, check. Mercedes, check. Porsche, check. No Corvette, unchecked. No Acura, uncheck. No Aston Martin, uncheck. Add car class GT4. Oh, come on. Okay, Aston Martin GT4. BMW GT4. M4, yep. What? Which one? I'm gonna guess this one. Porsche 718. There it is. And Mercedes.
What's up, buddy?
Hey, I'm setting up the actual one, so stand by. AMG.
Hello?
Mic check, can you hear me? Hold on. How about now?
Oh, what's up, buddy?
Hey, I'm getting the session set up right now. I'm doing it with the correct cars. I had the wrong cars up. So you'll see 3 sessions. You're gonna want to go to join the one that has this is 3.0. At a minimum, it's just advertising my stream because it's Nurb 24-hour practice by Jeff J Racing.
Yeah, nice.
All right, TCR.
Yeah, I'm trying to fucking. I'll probably get out there on track and see how I feel, but I'm fucking exhausted. Fucking work finally picked up after like 4 months, and it's been kicking my fucking ass. But I'm gonna enjoy the fucking money. That's for fucking sure. But
Hell yeah.
yeah, no, fucking
Alright,
worked.
Make sure time of day,
hours
8
today.
a.m. All right. Okay. Look for the one that says Jeff J Racing 3.0, and that's going to be the right. It's only got 14 cars in it. It'll also have 2 hours or the most time. So. All right. Now that I fucked that up like 3 times, I'll be able to get this done right. Next couple of times I set this up, the first time, because I can just load my previous settings. It only cost me $1.50 to figure it out.
Because you accidentally put the P2.
Yeah. No, I just used the IMSA settings from Sebring. So I fucked that up twice now, because the very first session, that's at night. That's 8 p.m. And I realized that this track is really fucking hard at night.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no damage, by the way, and the session is up. So the Lambo is actually an option. So I'm open for any one of them. You know, I don't own the Mercedes. I don't own the Mustang. But I mean, I think we were saying the Porsche. Everyone's got the Porsche.
Yeah. Yeah, that's always an option.
Because that way nobody has to spend any money for this race, and that's obviously preferred.
Right.
So I'm gonna practice this one in the Porsche.
Yeah, the Porsche wouldn't bother me. I mean, and to be honest, I wouldn't mind necessarily. Excuse me, Jesus Christ, buying the Lambo, because I still do really just like the mid-engine, but I did try the Ferrari, and it's definitely, if you thought the Corvette had its fucking moments, the Ferrari definitely has its.
Yeah. All right, and got the setups loaded too. I logged into P1 Docs and grabbed the setups too.
Hell yeah.
All right. His gloves gone. Whew, okay, now the Porsche's very bouncy. Gotta hit my lucky cone.
Yeah, I'm away. You can thank Jeff for that. If you said thank you.
I'm here for you.
He's like, you're awake. Yeah, I can. Jeff hit me up.
Well, I mean, who was it? Was Darby said he was gonna be on to?
Yeah,
to,
it was Darby. Yeah.
I was kind of hoping to see him.
That, and then I saw you say, yo, if anyone wants to join, I was like, well, I'll at least fucking stick my head in. Even if I put up a quarter of a lap and fall asleep and drive off the track, at least I'll put it in.
Hey, no damage, so no excuse not to keep going.
Right. What is that bit? That churro. That's an actual churro. That's not like... No, that's good. That's an actual churro. Not good, but...
You're making me hungry.
That might be the best churro I've ever fucking had, dude.
We're getting, or my wife's grabbing Raising Cane's on the way home, so
Oh, yeah?
hell yeah. So I don't have to cook dinner. That's and it gives me like another 20 minutes on the sim.
So, I've never had it, but we just recently started getting them here in Indiana. Is this what you go to?
It's at the end of the day, it's just chicken fingers and French fries, right? Like,
Well, that's literally it. There's no sandwiches or nothing.
yeah, they got chicken sandwiches and all that other fun stuff. It's basically fried chicken place, right?
Yeah, right.
But their big secret is they got the cane sauce, and that's actually pretty good. Like people rank it as like an S tier sauce, right? And the whole Raising Cane's, Cane was the dude's dog, and that dude likes chicken. Pitched the idea to Shark Tank, and they were like, "You can't make a successful restaurant off of chicken fingers, man."
Watch
and
me.
exactly.
So I'm going to take out, because I know you also have it, because if I'm remembering correctly, I took out when you and me did this practice a couple weeks ago. I think I took out the Mercedes and the Ferrari. Does that sound about right? I think that's what I did.
Oh, fuck.
The Mercedes and Ferrari. So I'm gonna try the BMW because I know you have the BMW, right?
Yes, the BMW I do have,
No,
but not the Mercedes nor the Ferrari.
Okay, so I'll try some BMW labs, just see how it feels, because I mean this one, dude, I really don't I have no idea. And I mean, like I said, this is gonna be, in terms of just definitely pace, just all around, this is gonna be my worst fucking track. I'm
It's
definitely
gonna
put
be
in
fucking
but
terrifying, is what it's gonna be.
exactly. Give me a second, I gotta get some groceries out of the car real quick.
Yeah, no worries. Squeaky brakes. Fuck! See, that's exactly why you don't want to touch the curbs. These curbs will bite you, man. But, no damage on the practice here. I've got it set that way on purpose. Because that would have been send you back to the pits, start over. It's like, I would never be able to get any more than like the first half of the track ever done. I mean, this part, the Nordschleife, the Nürburgring, like I have probably put, 100 or so laps around it. This main portion, because I enjoy the Ringmeister series, and what the Ringmeister series is on iRacing is all it is the Nürburgring, right? It's 3 laps around the ring, and the Nürburgring is basically, if you look in the map in the upper right, is the big portion there. That's the Nürburgring. It's like 173 turns. It's like 15 miles or something like that. I don't know. Anyways, it's long, and the Ringmeister series is just this track every single week, but it's the car that changes, right? So this week it'll be the GT3s, and next week it'll be the GT4s, and the week after that it'll be an Indy car, like a Dallara, and it's a lot of fun because it's like you get to put some pretty crazy cars that wouldn't normally be on here, and it's always a fun combo because it's long and I enjoy it. They had some of the old school NASCAR cars on here, I think last week. Fuck. These curbs, man. You see how steep they are? It's like you don't want to touch them. Good thing I'm on an outlap and there's no damage. Here I'm like, I need the racing line on to help me stay off the walls, and I'm even worse. So yeah, am I ready to commit to? Right now, there's 3 of us on the team for the Nurb 24. I got some air there. So you can do the math. 3 divided by 24 is 8. 8 hours. Am I ready to sit here and drive around this track for 8 hours? Or at least do 8 hours worth of driving. Do my share of it. Because it would probably be like 2 hours on, 4 hours off. I don't know. It'd be nice to have a 4th teammate to spread load that a little bit, because then it's only 6 hours. Then it would be 2 hours on, 6 hours off, and that's a lot more bearable. Everybody does a double. You want to be in the center of the track. All right. First like actual attempt here. The race is on the May 2nd or 3rd. They're gonna have 4 different sessions, as far as I know. 4 different start times. So I've got a little bit of time to get some practice in and get confident to where I can do this all without the race line and all of that. Welcome back. Now, I'm not expecting us to be anywhere near the top split. You know, there will probably be, oh, I don't know, 20-something
I gotta
splits.
say, where are we? First off, oh, okay, never mind. I do gotta say though, much as appreciate plumbing for putting food on the table, I cannot wait for my kid to be grown because I'm fucking probably gonna go dip off and do something easy like selling cars or something. I mean, serious, dude. I don't want to fucking 30 years old and feel like shit. That's the biggest fucking, like, other than me just being fucking tired, dude, I just feel like fucking shit.
Well, you know, at the end of the day, the bills are paid. You got a roof over your head. Everybody's got a full belly. You know,
Right.
And you've got solid experience in a trade, not just like, oh, I'm a computer programmer. No, like, bro, like you can't get replaced by AI. They're gonna need plumbers till the end of the days.
100%. Dude, and it's actually like, and ironically, he didn't make it, but I had this argument with the new hire that I was training at one point, because at my old plumbing job, I got designated as like the unofficial trainer.
Sure.
And he was just we had this whole argument, and he tried to, because he's a computer nerd, and he was trying to argue, and so are you, but like he was trying to argue that you could create a fucking robot to plumb houses and all. I was like, no the fuck you can. And he was trying to say, like, argue why you could. I was like, bro, you have not been plumbing enough. There's infinite amount of fucking problems that could happen on a job site, and infinite amounts of fucking solutions to those problems. I was like, you can't program that.
Maybe if we lived in a standardized world, good luck.
Right. But like when you have, like,
oh man.
Serious about this. When you have a framer, like a framing crew that fucking completely fucks up framing a room, or fucking a good example, fucking a toilet falling on a floor joist or something.
Yeah.
There's some finagling you gotta fucking do, dude. That a robot you cannot fucking.
That's the second time the Porsche's done that there.
Let's say there's 3 problems in one area. How do you program those 3 exact problems? Because you don't know what the fucking, HVAC duct here, fucking joist there, fucking,
God damn it.
whatever. It's just like, I was just like, and I told her, I was like, you're not gonna make it if you think that. He's like, why you say that? And he didn't make it. I was like, there's no way, like, that's one thing I like about fucking plumbing, like you said, we're not gonna get fucking replaced.
Carpenters, plumbers, electricians, no, they're set for life, man. Welders.
Yep, right. See, and honestly, dude, personally, I think that, I mean, I've had this talk with my friends before. I think that the education system as an entirety is just a fucking scam and all this other stuff. And I think that if we, instead of, trying to force kids into fucking a lifetime worth of debt, if once kids hit the high school age and we actually fucking, did a decent job of identifying what this, young kid, young adult, whatever you want to call it,
what their passion
wants
is
to do. Yeah, like,
okay, thank you, John.
Not everybody wants to go to school, and it's like, what if you identify
I gotta figure out,
freshman year, and because like at my school we had something called.
My guess is it's probably the music drowning them out, so I could turn that down a little bit.
Let's say you'd go to Roncalli and you would take like a math and an English class, and maybe a science class, and the rest of the day you would dip to a different school, and you could learn mechanic work, you could learn blah blah blah, and it's like, why is this not a regular fucking thing? Like, they treated that as like a special thing, a fucking, like a privilege, and it's like why are you treating that as if that's a privilege when it's like you got somebody like me who doesn't give a fuck about fucking school, but like I'm an excellent plumber. I make hella fucking good money. Like I just had my review a couple fucking weeks ago. Got the highest fucking raise possible. You know, didn't say a negative fucking thing about me. You know what I mean? It's like, why did he not identify that? Like, hey, this kid doesn't give a fuck about doing school, but you know, if you can put a project in front of him, you know, and he gets incentivized for the project, he's gonna do a goddamn good job at it. And you know, you can say it's backwards or whatever, but it's like I'm sorry, a fucking school essay is not fucking, you know, getting an A on that is not enough fucking reward for me to fucking sit there and do it. Like, never has been, never will be.
Gotcha, John. Let me see if I can't turn him up a little bit for you guys. Give me a second to get into this straight.
I piss my teachers off too because, you know, I tested real good.
He's just
like,
rambling about work
and all other stuff, but I just didn't do no homework. And Ethan, once it got to the
schooling,
point, like, you had
he's
to
a plumber.
Said work home, it wasn't getting done. Guaranteed.
Yeah, that was my biggest shortfall was homework, man. Once I got home, like I had no interest in doing any of that.
Right. Like you get home, you fucking got
I was like, oh,
PlayStation
homework's 10% of my grade. I guess I'm gonna get 90% in this class.
Exactly, dude. Exactly. And that's what's like, what piss them off. They're like, you got a fucking C when you could have an A. I'm like, I'm passing. So I don't get why you're bitching. You know. Sounds like a skill issue. Maybe you should make your test harder. Like,
oh, and I've always been a fast test taker. Like, I power through those things, man. And it pissed my teachers off because I would always be the first one to turn it in. And they would always grade it right then and there. Oh, I loved that. I ate that shit up because they would grade it and they would be extra, like, because they had the time, right? You know? Like, hold on. I got to figure something out real quick. All right.
So I used to be.
How about now?
I never used to be quick until, and it was like such a. I mean, it's fact. But one of my teachers, his name was Mr. Milroy. You know, I was telling him, I was like, I always do good, but like, you know, I take really long. Like, why do you take long? I was like, I always second guess myself. He's like, which option do you usually pick? He's like, I was like the first one, and he's like, that's usually right? I'm like, yeah. He's like, cause you're right. You know what I mean? Like, he's like, why are you fucking second guessing yourself? Cause like if I can't remember what the percentage he said, but you know, in that scenario is like, you know, 70% of the time, the first thing that pops in your head is actually the fucking right answer.
Not a good. I need to get better at that chicane. I've got maybe 25 laps on the Grand Prix circuit.
I've never seen negative wing before.
All right.
The BMW setup has negative wing. Never seen that before.
All right, mic check 1 2 1 2. I turned my mic up a little bit more, and I turned the desktop volume up a little bit more. I'm gonna reset real quick, back to the bits, like that, because Misha is right behind.
Oh, did you crash?
I just reset because I was messing with the volume levels. I got a chat that said they couldn't hear you too well, so turn everyone up. So I'm gonna turn desktop down to a smidge like that. I'm gonna keep my mic up. I had desktop and music and all that other stuff down. All right, I'm gonna head out if you're ready.
Yeah. Did I give you back your vape, babe? What did I do with it? Found it. The BMW is my second fucking favorite.
I enjoyed it. It was one of the first GT3 cars after the Lambo that I picked up.
Right.
And I enjoyed it. Like, it was...
It's not a bad car.
Yeah. It's a little slower in the corners than some of the other ones, but it makes up for it for speed in the straights.
In the straights.
No,
I
I
also
appreciate
feel like
you,
it's
John.
kind of
Thank you.
predictable handling. You don't really get any what the fuck snaps out of it like you do from other front engine vehicles.
Yeah. Now the Porsche, I twice now I've experienced my ascent get like given up on me.
And that's what I'm worried about.
The first big high speed section, the braking into that where it's like a not a hairpin, but it's a broad U-turn, right?
Yeah.
And in that braking zone, twice now I've lost it.
And that's what I'm. That's actually kind of what I was worried about with the Porsche, is that reverse pendulum effect you get, along with the low downforce. Because like it's not as bad when you have the fucking wing holding your ass in back there, but that weight does like to swing around when there's no downforce back there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I know. At least for me, I have historically struggled with that, running low downforce sets with the Porsche. And you said no damage, right?
Correct, no damage.
Okay, I can stop driving like a complete bitch. I was driving cold tire pace. Don't fuck up your car tire pace.
I'm sure I'll fuck up at some point.
Sure, I will too.
So this is the first high-speed section I'm talking about,
Oh,
right?
haha, there it was. We didn't hit anything. That was crazy. We went sideways down the fucking pavement the entire way for like 300 meters and didn't touch nothing.
So the snap I found out is there's a hump there, and I need to bleed off more speed going into that hump. It unsettled the ever living shit out of me. So that's what I was thinking was for a snap. Because I felt it, right. I caught air, and as soon as I landed, it gripped up and threw me into the wall. I'm about 15 to 20 seconds off pace here, so I know I'm not going to be setting any crazy times. I took a pretty big I-rating hit after a series of many bad races. I dropped from like 1640 to like 1,000. So I've been slowly grinding back up. Ideally, I want to be closer to 1,500 by the actual race. All right, I'll try that out.
All right, my bad. I just stepped for a second. Come on, Race Labs. Work, you son of a bitch, work. Race Lab. I think I know what's happening. I bet I know what's happening.
Install the update.
Ooh, I was gonna say I was gonna say that's probably what it is, because the app was not logged in, and I'm assuming the app is not logged in because of some updates.
I feel like Race Lab updates 2 or 3 times a week.
I know. There we go, and look, I got my overlay now. What
That would have been left side damage. Don't think it would have been wheel damage.
Just wanted it just
But
so
definitely
I
slowed
had a little
me
bit
here
of
at
help
this
to
high-speed
remember where I
section.
was on track.
About 2.5 minutes behind me. I just want to put one lap time up.
Right.
If I can do that, I will be happy. This is GT3. So the Nurb 24 is going to have a combination of GT3, GT4, and I can't remember the other car series. It's got like the Honda Civic in it. I don't remember.
Let's say I do think, and I haven't even gotten the tires warm yet, but this is why I'm saying it. I haven't even really had a sketchy moment with the cold tires, so I think the BMW might be worth investigating.
What setup are you running?
The P1 Dogs Endurance setup.
Not the safe
Nurb
setup,
Challenge. Right? No, just the normal one.
That's what I'm running for the Porsche as well.
See, and that's also the other thing that, I mean, if you can, you don't, not all the time. I mean, you can be competitive with the safe setup, but if there's also a car that you can drive with the normal esports setup safely, you know, and I mean, over the course of a race, you'll probably be a little bit faster with that car, you know what I mean?
Sure.
But I really think it's a track-by-track basis, but I think Nurb is 100% a track that would make a difference. Because, I'm sure you've seen all week I've been putting in time at Barber with the Mustang. Up until last night, that time I hit last night, my fast lap was set with the fixed setup. It took me a second to fucking, you know, get to terms with the looseness of the esports setup and all that other stuff. And once I did, obviously, then I got faster. But you got to get through that threshold. And I've always felt this about the BMW. I've always felt like the car feels extremely slow.
Yeah.
It's not slow, but it feels slow, which I feel like makes it easier to drive. But it also might be, like you said, the car's not as nimble in the corners as the other ones, so it might just be that in the back of your head of you're just naturally taking the slower, or the corner slower, so it just feels easier to drive.
Oh man, that got an off track for that? God damn it. Alright, well, that sucks. That means this lap's not going to count already. But I learned. That's what we're doing here today, is we're learning. I don't own the Mustang, no. So I have not tried it. I do love the sound of the exhaust on the Mustang. It has a really good sound. But I have not tried it yet. No, I don't own either of the Mustangs, GT3 or 4.
Yeah, for the car being negative wing, it feels incredibly planted. It's crazy.
For whatever reason, my Race Labs chat overlay only picks up Twitch chat, by the way. So all of this chat's coming in on via YouTube chat here. But I've got you up here on my 4th monitor, so.
Miata races this week?
Say again?
Have you ran any Miata races this week?
Yeah, a few of them. Okayama's not my strongest circuit. Like, I can run it pretty good, but I ground a little bit of IR there, you know, especially when it gets lower, like dude, I got all the way down to 1,000. So I started to grind it back up, you know, running Miatas. And then I don't own any of the GT3 tracks that are up this week, so I'm not going to be doing any of those races.
Right.
Yeah, I know about that trick. Hey, I tapped the brake like you said that worked. Thank you.
All right, let's see if we can put up a time. So crazy to see such a big chunk of your fuel tank gone after one lap.
Right? Well, dude, I was thinking, I was kind of talking out loud earlier to the stream about how right now we've got 3 guys committed, you know, to running this. So that's 8 hours each, roughly. You know, so if we did 2 hours on, 4 hours off, that's about as good as we could get it, you know.
Right.
So a double followed, you know, everyone does a double, just back to back to back. If we had 4 guys, if we picked up a 4th, that would make it so much more bearable because it's 2 hours on, 6 hours off, right?
Right.
And you're only doing 6 hours instead of 8.
And that's also too with, you know, just an extremely simple fucking race plan, you know. Let's say you know, depending on the time slot we run, like, you could essentially go to work and be back if we really needed to type shit, you know, or if I had to work or whatever the fuck it is. So yeah, I'd like minimal 4 if we can. And I think we could do it with 4. I know that, you know, previously we've kind of been, you know, trying to stick to the 4 hours in a race, but also too, adding an extra person, you all like 5 people, that's also just more possibility of things fucking up. So that's just, you know, something that we do want to analyze as well. We definitely gotta make sure that Darby is all practiced up. This is not a race that you can go cold into.
No. I think Dean said he was a maybe, or I can't remember.
Can't remember what Dean said, to be honest.
And then I haven't heard anything from Kip in a while. And then there's a British dude, the John Pierre or whatever guy. I keep seeing him put up times.
Yeah, but he hasn't really. I'm probably gonna fucking do this purge heading into Nurb or after Nurb.
I would combo everybody, right, and be like, hey, so what's up?
Right.
You know, we're not running a charity here. This is a team Discord channel where we expect a little bit of participation. I mean, I don't want to tell you how to run the show.
No, I agree, though. I agree.
You know?
No, I agree. There's just, I was hoping that, you know, I've always thought it was. I've mentioned it to you. I've always thought like joining like a modding Discord and just staying there and lurking and not saying something. That's different. But like when the Discord is fucking made for fucking, you know, a team, and obviously in that setting you want to interact and stuff, it's weird to me that people will join the Discord and just lurk.
Yeah.
I don't understand that. To each their own, but like you obviously reached out to me based off of a, you know, obviously an advertisement and invitation and stuff. You reached out to me, and then you're just not gonna interact
there
whatsoever. That's just very odd. But like I said, to each their own. If I see an advertisement, somebody posts, and I'm not interested, that person's not gonna know I exist.
Yeah.
But you know.
Try to get a little bit more of a flow state here. Oh, and I joke about
when
putting up
Darby
a
said
lap
that
time.
shit about the girlfriend, I was just sitting there thinking about us. I was like, it's so nice to be in an extended relationship with somebody.
I could not ever imagine entering the dating world today. Like,
yeah, right.
I'm so far removed from all of that I would be at a total and complete loss.
Right. Well, and it's just like, like when you're in a relationship like, we're in, you almost, plan your nights. It's like, all right, well, let's watch a movie tonight, and then the next night it's like, all right, I've seen enough of you. You do what you want. I'll see you at fucking, 11 on the couch. You know what I mean? Like I just like I'm with you, dog. Like I could never imagine fucking dating again, and I think, God forbid, if anything ever happened to me and Shelby, I probably wouldn't even do it because I don't want to fucking even commit my time like that. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
If anything, the only benefit that would come if me and Shelby ever ended up, not together would be I'd be a fucking 5K iracer. Any time that the kids weren't here, what? I was just saying that I would never break up with you, man. Or we would never break up. Fucking no, you see selective hearing. I got a witness here saying that I would. No, you. That is selective hearing at its finest, babe. We're never. I just said that I don't have. I love you. I love you. I'm not even gonna fucking explain myself. You just selectively listen. Oh fuck, dude, that was crazy. I hit the wall and I got the. Okay, that's very interesting, Jeff.
What's that?
The more you know. Did you know if you smash the wall, your car is momentarily damaged, and then it repairs itself?
Yep.
I almost broke my hand.
Oh yeah,
the wheel snapped on me.
Yes, the impacts are still very real.
Well, I hit the wall and my wheel broke. Like it was crooked for a split second, and then it fucking corrected itself. It was very odd.
Yeah, the damage is persistent for like a second.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I think I officially set a time. That one counted, and it's 8:35. So about 20 seconds off the current fastest, which is 8:11. So I as expected, I'm 10, 15, 20 seconds off pace here.
Have you, just out of curiosity, because I know you like the super speedways, have you tried the ARCA at Talladega?
No, I haven't actually.
Don't.
Trucks are there this week right now at the Draft Masters. I did a couple of truck races and Draft Master races and just got collected up in wrecks. It was a bad time.
Well, what's funny is me and my buddy Joe were talking a couple of days ago about all the NASCARs, and I was telling him, I was like, He's asking about ARCAs. I was like, ARCAs haven't been as popular since the new car. I was like, I really don't have a reason why. I was like, but I just know for a fact they're not as popular. I just found out a major reason why is that iracing somewhere when they made the new ARCA car
Messed that one up.
it's like they gave the car a GT3 hitbox, meaning that even engaging a bump draft triggers a 4X.
That's a little silly.
Yeah, and apparently it's been like that for a couple seasons now. And iRacing has said multiple times that they fixed it, and I guess it has still not been fixed. I was like, huh. I was like, that must be a bitch, dude. Like, I mean, not being able to fucking bump draft, fuck.
That's how you go fast. I want to go fast, turn left, man. Come on.
Well, that would just be aggravating too, you know, like, cause and in the cups and, you know, well, in all the other three, cause I've actually never ran a super speedway in the ARCAs. The other vehicles, bro, there's been times I've had a massive run and like you smashed into the guy in front of me, you know, and I mean, not spin him out, but like give him a major bump, you know, like, I wouldn't want to fucking sit there and fucking be racing and judge, oh fuck, what force can I fucking hit him, you know?
Dude, I was doing one race where I think I started P11 or 12, or kind of middle of the pack, right? And got like a halfway decent start, so I moved up to like P6 pretty right off the get-go. But then I noticed like every time they entered the, you know, turn 3 and 4, there was a massive checkup. Like it felt like the leaders were like intentionally slowing down. So I waited until I got a little bit of a run on the back straight, and instead of checking up with the group, I busted out to the right or broke out to the right and ended up going all the way to the front.
You know what I think that is, dude? Is because we talked about this, the jump from the Thrustmaster to the direct drive is I feel like I did that when I used to race ovals, because what we spoke of, like that temporary moment of nothingness you got with the Thrustmaster when you entered the corner, where like with the Moza, where you instantly, because I couldn't hold a straight line either. What would happen to me with the Thrustmaster?
It's called backlash with gears, right?
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, it's how much travel that motor has to do before the gears re-engage in the opposite direction, or how much travel. And in astrophotography, you're always fighting with it because, you know, you don't want, backlash means vibrations, you know, and so it's the same thing, except for just for steering wheel, you know?
Right, that makes sense. But yeah, no, like I would always end up riding up at the initial entry of every corner with the Thrustmaster, because I just didn't have that.
A little bit of a snap.
But now, like with the Moza, dude, like,
Misha's running the same setup that I've got, except for he's got the
this is
GT3.
crazy, dude. I did a Kansas race, Monday or Tuesday.
Sorry, Lauren.
And it was 90 laps, 0 cautions, dude.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
you gotta appreciate
caution.
those races, right? They're few and far between.
I did appreciate it, especially for the safety rating, because it was 2.9, right? You know, but I didn't appreciate it in the sense that I went for because you only needed to do one stop for fuel, but I pitted in for fucking tires, because I was trying to fucking I was with about 20 laps
driving
to
with
go,
my knee right now.
You know what? I'll pull in, get new tires, hopefully another fucking caution. We will actually get a caution, and these guys will stay, and my plan was to just try to fucking, you know, not lose a whole bunch of places on a restart and just try to survive to the end of the race. Yeah, never fucking happened. But it's all right. I think I finished like P11. I think I only ended up dropping like 2 or 3 spots from that fucking second pit stop because I was pretty consistent in my times the entire race.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, damn, dude, like 0 fucking cautions. But
34. That was your fastest
in that
lap of the
race,
session.
my buddy Joe was watching me, and I just ripped the fucking outside, the top on one guy, and got the pass. And he was like, God damn.
Felt
dude.
bad.
I
Whole
was like,
turn
dude,
complex
it's
felt like
elite.
dookie.
I was like, if I didn't have the Moza, I would not have had the fucking confidence to do that. But I felt it, like, soon as I felt the fucking, cause like, I entered in and I lost a little bit of ground, just a little bit of ground. But as soon as you know, because I know you know the feeling, you got the same wheel.
Oh,
as
yeah.
soon as you get that, and you feel the wheel like
You get a little bit of buffeting. Like you can ride the outside wall so much better now because like you get to that zone where you just feel the wheel just vibrate a little bit. And when it starts to do that, you know you're inches away from that wall. It's I love it because that's how I spend most of my practices for Draftmaster is just riding the outside wall just to enjoy that feeling. And then side drafting, they recently added a patch that kind of made it a little bit better. So I think that had a little bit to do with it to maintain speed. When I was telling you about how I went from 6 back to the lead, because I also was hugging them as I was passing them, right, to maintain the side draft, and it was insane because it just I could see how I was carrying the speed rather well.
Well, and that's what I love, like the about oval racing, and like you really do have to have equal knowledge of tracks on ovals that you do on roads, because like you got to know like what tracks you can rip the outside and it fucking works.
Oh yeah.
Because obviously, like if you rip the outside, you need to go faster than the guy on the inside, and what that usually means is you be banking. So I actually watched the Maconi. I don't know if you ever like the Maconi setup guide, fucking track guide for Kansas, and old boy who did the video was, he's like bottom line's preferred. He's like, but the top line is actually usable for passes. He's like, I wouldn't fucking wouldn't ride up there the whole race because it's gonna burn up your tires. But if you need to use the top to get a pass, it definitely is viable to get a pass. And yeah, I just went in there. As soon as I felt the wheel grip up, I just fucking full throttled that shit. And by basically
that would have been
by
race
the end
ending
of
right
fucking
there.
because that was turn 1 and 2. By the end of turn 1, going into turn 2, I was already fucking past. I gained so much ground. It's so nice, dude. Ovals are very. Can I see your wave, baby? Yeah, and I can't charge it because I'm using my headphones. Oh, like juice? No.
That first exit out of that, or the first high-speed exit there, that keeps biting me.
Car on your left.
Let that guy go by. He's clearly quicker than me. Yeah, 3.2K iRating driver. Bro's gonna be blasting me.
Yeah,
that dude's probably gonna put up fastest lap here soon.
Fucking spot fucked me, dog.
I'll never do that again. Well, I'm gonna end up doing it for the 24. I'll be running officials that week, but dude, I dropped all the way down to 1400. I'm back up to a 1600, but I dropped all the way down to 1400, and I was in the 1.0s. Safety rating. It was so bad, dude. It was so fucking bad. Like, I'm sure if you scrolled through Reddit, you saw several posts about Spa, and all of it was true.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
All
It looked chaotic. I did not run there.
3 races done in a Rouge first lap, and that's not even
Oh fuck! God damn it.
in the initial
Oh, man.
contact. That's just me getting.
This guy really likes dude, when you
Like,
get that
And the thing is,
that
you know,
motion
it's a
right
Rouge.
there, right? When
you're
that
going
weight shift,
up a hill. Like, as long as the shit's not past the peak of the hill,
kind
you
of
will
hard to
see
focus.
everything. And the amount of people
Get
who
lots
will
of
see
talking
just
going on.
smoke and car parts flying and shit at the top of that fucking hill, and just continue full throttle up it. And that's usually what would fucking happen is I would get collected from the guys behind. Because I would-
Average iRacing experience.
yeah. Yes, because I would like, and that's such a stupid concept to me, and there's nothing we're ever going to be able to do, change stupidity, right? Because that's all it is. Like, there's nothing iRacing can do. This is not an iRacing problem. Like, you're a special kind of person. Like, it's a problem that, like, the best bet and the most crashes in this game is just full send yeet it and just hope you make it through. Because if you don't, the chances of you getting collected from the idiot behind you is high. Like, I had the fucking clip on my, I saved it on my computer because it was so fucking crazy. I was doing a Red Bull Ring IMSA. I was in the GTP class, coming down the main straight, racing this guy. The guy was, behind me. Didn't even have a run, was just behind me about maybe half a second. There was these 2 GT3s in front of me, just bumping down the main straight, and I already knew how this was going to go. So I started to, I went to about 80% throttle, and then they bumped themselves into the wall and exploded. So, like, I just nipped. I don't even brake, dog. Dude just right through. And he can see all this shit happening to you, dog. Like, this is all maybe 150 feet away, so he can see it all. He just, all right, fucking 2 GT3s fucking flying in the middle of the track. Let's go.
Full send, man. Never back down.
Oh, man, let's go.
Alright, so Dappa on the upturn to the grass to let it catch the slide and hit the throttle to settle the brake. Fair.
Right here.
I feel like I need to probably get on the brakes on the uphill to shift the weight forward. Because there's that, it's when it transfers over that the car grips up and it just sends me around back, It's the rear engine.
Car 53 just set the fastest lap. 13.655.
Alright. Half a tank.
iRacing purposely
52.142.
gives this shit wings. Because, like, I've kind of noticed you don't have, like, some races that have good tracks and some races that have, less popular tracks. It's like 1 week every single series will be at a banger track. Then the next week, just ass.
They can't all be winners. I'm just glad that they've got enough diversity that I can go and go, I'm gonna race ovals this week or whatever, right? or I'm gonna, you know, the Miata's at a fun track, or GT3s are over here. I would like to see more participation across the board, but I also know that that means that they need to sell more tracks or have a few more free tracks. I'd love for them to have a GT3 car, a free GT3 car.
Right.
They did that, you would see GT3 numbers spike.
Yeah.
But they don't want to do that because that's money.
What they need to do, first off, in my opinion, is I think that they need to limit some of the series, in my opinion. I think that, I mean, you do have some series that like get decent fucking participation, but like not enough, in my opinion, you know, to even be there, you know. Cause let's see here. Like this fucking Spec 4 racing challenge. Like, why is this series even here? It only goes official about half of the time. So why are we even fucking stealing drivers for that?
I would love to see endurance races throughout the week.
Nobody racing that right now. But
see, a little break on the uphill there, I think, is what I need to get into my mindset when I come up on that. Yeah, brake maybe a little bit too much, but the idea was to shift the weight of the car forward, so that way it wasn't so far back when it crested the hill. Right? Nobody wants to run the Clio. But you see like the Mazda and the Porsche Cup, very popular. 500 drivers almost every session, right? Maybe 400, 300 on a slower, you know, weekday or whatever, right? But ultimately, the main reason why is, one, the P Cup's very popular, the Porsche Cup. It's one car, and it's a lot of popular tracks, a lot of the same track that everybody owns. And that's the big key takeaway factor, is the primary reason as so many people driving in every race is that, you know, more people own that content because it's a fun car to drive and other people are driving it. Because you could have a blast of a car to drive, but if nobody's driving it, then, you know, it's iracing, not i-pacing. You know, it's like you want to go up against other drivers, see you can put up faster times than the other guy, you know, race each other, right? So, I don't know. I think iRacing should do the smart thing and say, hey, this track's been out and released for 8 years. Let's call it a free track in the next update. Oh, and hey, by the way, we're going to go ahead and make the Ferrari GT3 a free car. Think about what that would do to the GT3 population, as far as, you know, how many, because that could be the springboard for people to get into GT3s. And balls. See, that's the no-no curve. You don't want to touch those curves. Those curves suck. I was on a decent lap too. I was gonna finish faster than my fastest time. Even then, I still had a 1X coming on the coming up that earlier, anyways. I can't remember where. Oh, we've been streaming officially for just over 2 hours. We've been running in this session for an hour and 5 minutes, roughly. I think another thing iRacing should do is give, like, if you finish in first place, you get like $1. You know what I'm saying? But like, have it happen only once per season, or once per season, right? So you can't just farm iRacing credits. Just as a little incentive, like, hey, you won! Yay! Here's your, or maybe the first time you win at that track or that car track combo, and you get $1. Like, you add all of that up, and all of a sudden you're you know, dozens of dollars. Woo! That's a fun bit of the track there. I know they do their participation dollary dues, and I've been trying to max that, but it's only, I think it's max at $10, right? A season? No, is it a season? Yeah, a season. Hit the runoff of, I can't read that right now. Hold on. That's the problem with you know, text chat while driving. It's like I have to look up and to the right to read the chat, which is up here.
Car 53, just
all right.
the fastest lap.
11.3, open it up, or else you'll
11.347.
need a downshift for that corner. Okay. And the other thing is, I'm not too sure which turn you're talking about. I'm sure it's great advice. I couldn't tell you what turn is what around here. I know a few of them, like the carousel, but that's it. Well, I have officially put up my fastest time of 8 minutes and 34. That's pretty consistent with, you know, being 20 seconds or so off pace here. Almost. Oh, we saved it.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad.
I mean, I'm down to a quarter tank of gas. I got 2 laps of fuel. So we'll see if I can put up a faster stint here. My chat's giving me some pro tips. I did not need to shift down a second there. I could have. I was very wide of that apex. I'm also trying to find the braking markers for when I am not going to be running the driving line here. Gotcha. I'm tracking.
Oh,
thank you, John.
No, you got me.
Because one thing I do is I go back and I watch the stream, like, you know, after the fact, and I go, oh hey, this is where I suck. This is where I need to you know, like right here. I think I don't do that whole complex properly. This feels slow for me, and I'm pretty sure I could probably save a second or so if I do it right. Alright, the Porsche is feeling a little bit lighter. which is one thing I enjoy about endurance races, is because the car develops over like the course of the race, right? So in this case, as the gas is getting burned up, I can feel the performance is it's I don't know, it just feels a little bit lighter, right? So on after this high speed section here where the car goes a little bit of a dip, I have to be more conscious of that. Had a fully lift right there. See if I can stick it this time. Yay! I didn't die. Probably hit a little bit too much of the brake there, I think. But that's fine. Learning is occurring, and that's the most important part. Hey man, pro tip, if you're finishing faster than me, you're doing better than I am. So I'll take any good advice that I can get.
Yeah, man. What?
Welcome back.
I don't know what just happened. That was weird.
You've got about 2 laps of fuel left.
Oh yeah,
So,
for sure.
did everything end up working out at work all right? I know you mentioned last time we talked.
Oh yeah, I had to redo that whole section. Another fun bit of news, right? I got tapped on the shoulder by a dude who does outdoor train layouts and whatnot for people who are well known and tend to have more money. You know what I'm saying? So I don't remember his name, but he's like the lead singer of Coldplay. I'm going to be going up to his place here at the end of May and building an outdoor train layout for him.
That's crazy. Hell yeah.
He's neighbors to Dick Van Dyke, who this guy did the train layout for his 100th birthday for Dick Van Dyke, and you know who that is.
Yes,
and,
I love it. Yes,
and then there's another guy that I can't mention the name because this job's still up in the air. But let's just say a little home improvement before he gets this area done, if you're picking up what I'm laying down. That guy also really likes trains, so I'll be doing a job for him at some point this year. And then I also am advising for a TV set, or a TV series that's getting shot out in Georgia in September. So that could be fun because I could get flown out there for up to 4 weeks. So we'll see.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
All opportunities from, just train nerds, man.
Right.
So yeah, if that happens, pictures and this ugly mug with the thumbs up in front of a train layout and some person of some notoriety, I suppose, right? Or some persons. G-scale.
Yeah, though, that's badass, though. Congratulations. Dude.
Anaheim M's McDonald's. Oh, okay.
It's always nice when you can turn a passion into something like that.
Oh.
Not everybody has that.
Hold on.
Opportunity.
The worst time for a phone call. Bob Saget. Red phone. Sorry, I got a phone call from the wife. I gotta take that real quick. Hold on.
Yep.
I gotta after. Ah! All right, guys, I gotta mute my mic real quick. Hold on. All right, that was unintentional. But I gotta call my wifey real quick. Alright, I am back on calls. Alright, change of plans. Wife is not getting Raising Cane's anymore. She's getting Taco Bell, which is wonderful. But that also means that she'll be home sooner than later, because it's a little quicker to go through that. So as far as scales are concerned, I'm a part of an N-Scale Model Railroad Club, which is an awesome opportunity to learn all kinds of cool things. I do commission work of models, like scale models I have for the last 5 or 6 years. And that's been a lot of fun. Just put some extra cash in my pocket, really just pays for the hobby.
14.052.
And then I joined this Model Railroad Club. I meant to hit the pits here. I joined this club to learn. And I ended up becoming the scenery team leader, which is just I'm humbled and honored to be able to do that, because it's these guys are entrusting me to provide them a detailed layout of the Feather River. But I've got a good team of guys. Should be a good and fun opportunity.
Every time she sprays air freshener, I start sneezing like a motherfucker.
My wife is the same way, man. I feel bad because it's like, I know she's not a huge fan of the smell of pot, right? It's kind of a problem because I also smoke a lot of pot. All right. So I try to be considerate and smoke outside when she's home, and if she's at work, I'll smoke a joint inside, but then I'll also spray some air freshener. But then she'll come in and just start sneezing her ass off because it's just the air freshener just makes it worse.
Right.
Slow car ahead. Go left.
Can't go that way. Just drove right through the cones. Whew. I felt like I was going to lose it, so I got on the brakes extra hard there. It seemed to correct it, but I also could have lost it. Got into ABS real good there. So I have to hit the pits at the end of this lap. I can't finish this lap and get a time. It's kind of a bummer. And I think what'll happen is I'll hit the pits and end the stream. because by that time, my wife should be 5 minutes away. See, I didn't get on the brakes enough. You see the bottom right here? I should have gotten onto the brakes more. Alright, well, this has been an exploratory. That's not how to take that turn. Now, if this was like a test session, I could set active reset, which is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to work on that. But this is a hosted test session or hosted practice session. It's the only way that you can really get on the track with your teammates and put some times up together. Which I had a former buddy who got into iracing for a brief spell, who that boiled his blood. He did not like that. He instantly went all sourpuss and had nothing positive to say about this sim after that. And it's just like, well, you know, it's kind of how it is, man. People would abuse the system otherwise. Like, if you could team up and queue up as a team, you know, like, what stipulation would you have to set? Like, matchmaking, you can only be 500 SR apart or IR apart or whatever.
Fuel left.
You gotta worry about, like, okay, well, what if this guy's a C license and you're an A license? Is that gonna matter? Rally X, yeah. Oh man, come on. Well, no X there, which is nice. Thump. Brakes. So before the Nurb 24-hour race, I'll probably put, you know, I was going to say like 700 laps, but I think a more realistic number would be like 300 laps up around here in the next couple of weeks. Really get this track ingrained so I can do it basically, you know, asleep. That's the goal. I did that for Sebring. I did that for Bathurst. Put about 700 laps. Oh, way too much brakes. Wow. I didn't even need to touch brakes. You just need to lift and shift, downshift. Oh Lord. That's my brain's wandering. One of the other issues with endurance races, you have to stay focused, and there can be mental fatigue that can build up. So I've got to figure out how to do this stuff. Basically turn driving this circuit into something I could do in the back of my mind. And you can do that by basically getting repetition down. I also need to start incorporating scans, right? My visual scans, constantly checking my mirrors. Because what if I got somebody who's coming up on me pretty quick, right? I need to be aware of my surroundings. And me just running hosted session practice here, like, it doesn't matter if somebody comes up on you. Oh, come on. It's not a huge deal, but it's something you need to be aware of, right? Especially race day, you know. You don't want to cause a collision as I'm just all over the place. Oh, come on. Weight transfer, and I got on the gas too quick, spun me around. I got somebody coming up on me too, watching my relative. That works. So anyways, all things that I gotta take into consideration. Dude, somebody's idling their car. They're just sitting in their parking spot with the engine running, like right outside my window. And I can just smell nothing but exhaust. Ugh. Some people's kids, I'll tell you what. I want to watch the replay of that car going over that section there. I also want to figure out how much time we spend in the pit for a full pit stop here. So that will be something that we'll take a note of. pay attention to where pit entry is. So I have never entered the pits the normal way around here. The Grand Prix circuit annual portion anyways, the Grand Prix pits.
To refuel.
I am aware. Thank you. So I believe the pit entry. Ah! Where's the speed? There it is. Alright. Did I do it? Why does this not feel right? Oh no, there we are. Okay.
Pit box in 10.
Yeah,
5,
no, you're not wrong, man. That's
3,
a good idea.
2,
I have very
1.
limited time on
Right
the Grand Prix track. All right, paying attention to the time here. Notice the fuel at the bottom left, center left rather. We're at a half a tank. We got tank and tire. So we got the tires. Tires are done. That was 22 seconds. We're planning on everybody running doubles. It's about an hour, about 2
Okay,
hours.
punch it.
Okay. 38.9 second pit stop time, full service. So we'll call it 39 seconds.
Yeah.
I don't know what the total lap, total time lost from going through the pits is going to be, but total stop time is 39 seconds. So. But at that, okay, I'm gonna end my stream and I'm gonna call it a night, and my wife's gonna be home here in a minute. So.
Yeah, man. You have a
All
good
right,
night.
folks. I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much. Thank you
I
for
appreciate you
watching.
throwing up that session, my man.
Yeah, I'll be throwing some more up here in the upcoming weeks. I anticipate putting about 300 laps around this. The Nordschleifs combined.
Right.
I need to get the Grand Prix section down. I have like no experience around here.
Right.
So that's gonna be a fun learning experience. And I'm still doing all of this with the race line on. So eventually, I'm gonna start doing it without it. And
Right.
tonight, learned a few things. Like racing at night here is gonna be a thing. It's fucking dark, dude. Like the headlights around here are shit. So
Right.
there's no lighting and there's all kinds of and that's all that's all just thinking that the weather's good too. So it could entirely rain. All right. Anyway, so we'll plan, we'll practice. I'll put up a couple more 2-hour sessions. They're only 75 cents, so it's not like they're
Right.
wallet breaking. Plus, it's free advertising. Well, I say free. It's 75 cents worth of advertising.
Right.
Turn off the crutches. And are you prepping for rain? I will be. Yes. I don't think of them as crutches. I just think of them as a different reference. The race line is just a reference line. You don't need to drive directly on it. I think it's good for learning a track, but growing off of it is the way to do it, right? And that's one thing I need to do. I've got 100 laps around the Nürburgring, but I would say that's probably 80 of them are with the race line on. So it's a thing. Yeah, I've got a little growing to do around here, that's for certain. But John, I appreciate all of your advice and all of your input. I appreciate you staying tuned in and chatting me up here. And to everyone else tuning in, I appreciate you. So you guys have a great rest of your night. Expect to see some more streams with practicing for this, and I look forward to sharing that with you. You guys have a great rest of your night.